In the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, monsters are categorized in a few different ways, one of which is what type of monster they are, referred to as their race in the Japanese. This characteristic of a monster card is what determines what a majority of support cards can do for that specific type of monster. So let's just throw some stats at you, shall we? Roughly, there are around 10,848 Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards in total, in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. Yeah, you thought catching all the Pokemons was hard? There's only 807 of those. There's 10,000 of these. Now keep in mind that these numbers are not 100% accurate, as I've had to include like alternate artworks and some like proxy cards and things like that. So forgive me if this isn't the true number, but did you know out of those 10,848 Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, 6,953 of them are monster cards. And then, out of those 6,953 monster cards, those are separated into 25 different monster types. Those types are Aqua Beast, Beast Warrior, Creator God, Cyburst, Dinosaur, Divine Beast, Dragon, Fairy, Fiend, Fish, Insect, Machine, Plant, Psychic, Pyro, Reptile, Rock, Sea Serpent, Spellcaster, Thunder, Warrior, Winged Beast, Worm, and Zombie. So now we know all that, in a fair and just card game, every single type of monster that we have just talked about would have the same amount of monsters in each of their categories. This way, players have a fair choice to build a deck of their favourite types that basically resonate with who they are as an individual. Are you a fiery, passionate pyro duelist? Are you a sneaky, tricky insect duelist? Or perhaps a righteous fairy wielder? Whatever you choose, choose wisely, as it seems as if both the public and Konami themselves have their favourites. And as such, this is reflected in the demographics of how many cards of each type there are. So how about you join me as we break down which are the most to the least popular types of monsters in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. And as a little bit of fun, I'm going to try and think of 10 archetypes that have an almost pure demographic of that type of monster. Well, as close to 10 as possible if I can. Let's start with the most popular. The number one highest used type of monster is Warrior type. Out of the 6,953 monster cards, 956 of them are warriors. That means that they make up 13.7% of all monsters. That is a pretty sizable chunk of the monster pie, taking up almost 14% with just one type. That's incredible. So I think thinking of 10 examples of warrior archetypes shouldn't be too hard. We have Six Samurai, Elemental Hero, Destiny Hero, Noble Knight, Goki, Phantom Knight, Element Saber, Black Luster Soldier, Ninja, Amazoness. Easy. So, what is the second most popular type? Well, it's Machine type, which is my personal favourite type of monster, just to let you all know. Out of 6,953 monster cards, 830 of them are machines, meaning they make up 11.9% of all monster cards. 10 examples of machine archetypes are, of course, the lovable Cyber Dragons, Roids, Despots, Trains, Super Heavy Samurai, Dino Mist, FAs, ABCs, Ancient Gears, Karakuri, Cristrons, Quillfoot. Oh, I just did 12. My bad. They are my favourites, so I'm sorry. Can't help myself. Now, eagle-eyed mathematicians out there might have just noticed something. We are only 2 types in, and already these 2 types, warrior and machine, have covered 25% of all monster cards. And we still have 23 more to do. That's insane. Right, the third most popular type is Fiend type. Out of 6,953 monster cards, 674 of them are Fiends, meaning that makes up 9.6% of all monster cards. 10 examples of Fiend archetypes are Dark World, DD, Burning Abyss, Archfiend, Marju, I guess, Fabled, Frightfur, Infernoids, Evil Hero, Nightmare. I'm struggling a bit more now, actually. That's surprising. The fourth most popular is Spellcaster type. Out of 6,953 monster cards, 597 of them are Spellcasters, meaning they make up 8.5% of all monster cards. So, 10 Spellcaster archetypes, let's have a go. We've got Dark Magician, Magician Girl, Exodia, Shadal, Summoner, Performage, Charmers, Silent Magician, Wind Witch, and just the generic Magician one. Guys, if you think of any extras that I miss that are just pure archetypes of whatever type, let me know, because this is actually harder than I thought. At number 5, the most popular type of monster, which surprisingly I thought would be a little bit higher, is Dragon type. Out of 6,953 monster cards, 579 of them are dragons, meaning they make up 8.3% of all monsters. Honestly, I am very surprised that dragons were not in the top 3. It seems as if nearly every deck has an ace monster that is some kind of dragon. However, honestly, what I find more interesting is how close Spellcaster and Dragons are together. Spellcasters had 597, Dragons had 579. If you swap that 7 and 9 around as well, you get the exact same number too. That's kind of cool. I mean, it makes sense if you look at the rivalry between the very first protagonist and the rival, Yugi and Kaiba. They wielded the Dark Magician and the Blue Eyes, Spellcaster and Dragon, so it makes sense that this would be in the top 5 and these two would be so close together, so that's a nice little touch. Whether they meant it or not, who knows? Right, 10 dragon archetypes. Here we go. We've got Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Odd Eyes, Galaxy Eyes. It's a lot of eyes. Horus, Hieratic, Chaos Dragons, Amorphage, Dragon Lords, Dragoonity. I'm surprised I can't think of any more of them. Number 6, Fairy type. Out of 6,953 monsters, 434 of them are fairies, meaning they make up 6.2% of all monster cards. Okay, fairy archetypes. This is getting a bit harder. We've got Agents, Trickstar, Dark Lord, Cyber Angel, Valkyrie, Time Lords, Weather Painters, Melodious. Was that 9 or did I get 10? I think that was 9. Damn. The 7th most popular is Beast types, with the 6,953 monster cards. 331 of them are beasts, meaning they make up 4.7% of all monster cards. A couple of their archetypes: Ojama, Raccoon, Crystal Beast, kind of, Gladiator Beasts, kind of as well. There's a lot of like Beast Warriors and Winged Beasts in there, but regardless, I think a majority of them are beasts. That's all I've got for beast type. No, there must be more. Guys, if I can't get any more of these, just try and think of an archetype where the majority of the monsters are beast types. Think like 60% of the monsters are beasts, or maybe 50% of the monsters are beasts. And let's try and do this for the rest, shall we? The 8th most popular is Winged Beast type. Out of the 6,953 monster cards, 270 of them are Winged Beast types, meaning they make up 3.8% of all monster cards. We have Raid Raptor, Harpy, Blackwing, Lyrilisk, Mist Valley, and that's all I have at the moment. Fill in the rest, guys. At number 9, we have Rock type. Out of all those monster cards, we have 228 of them being Rock types. They make up 3.8% of all of the monster cards, which are Sphinx archetype, Fossil, if they ever actually make any more of that archetype, Quackimeru, Magna Warriors, Triamid, Gorgonic. That's all I've got again. And the 10th most popular type of monster is Zombie type. Out of the 6,953 monster cards, 221 of them are zombies, meaning they make up 3.1% of all monster cards. A couple of examples: Vampire, Vendread, which I'm currently playing on Duel Links. They're very fun. Shiranai, White, Ghost Girl. There must be more of them, surely. So those were the 10 most popular types of monsters in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. For the rest of them, let's bang these out quick time. So I'll just do one archetype example for each one. If you want to leave more in the comment section below, go for it. But the 11th most popular is Insect with 216 monsters, 3.1%. X-Crawler. Number 12, Aqua, 208 monsters, 2.9%. Frog. Number 13, Beast Warrior, 199 monsters, 2.8%. Fire Fist. Number 14, Plant, 188 monsters, 2.7%. Predaplant. Number 15, Cyburst, 164, 2.3%. Hey, what? Cyburst is like the newest type of monster that's come out. And even though it's the newest, it has more monsters in its type than the 10 other types later on in this list. That's insane. Man, they're really pushing for that support for the Cyburst. That's crazy. So basically everything that's lower than Cyburst, you can actually say it gets no love from Konami and the community, I imagine. So savage. Oh yeah, a Cyburst example. Code Talker. Number 16, Reptile. There's 144 cards that are reptiles, and that makes up 2% of the entire card's population. Venom. Number 17, Psychic, 132 cards with a 1.89% population. This one's pretty easy. The best Psychic type deck is the Psychic archetype. That one was easy. Number 18 is Pyro, 117 cards, 1.6%. Volcanic. Number 19, Thunder, 112 cards, 1.6%. Thunder Dragon. Number 20, Dinosaur with 106 card, making up 1.5%. Jurak. At number 21, Fish, making up 103 cards, which is 1.4%. Fish. I can't think of any pure fish archetypes. I mean, there's mermail, but no, that's not fair. There's like 2 fish monsters in that archetype. You know what? I don't think there is a pure fish archetype out there at all, you know? Wow, how sad. Konami! Get some more fishes! Number 22, very similar to fish type, but sea serpent. There are only 66 of these cards in the game, in monsters anyway, and 0.9% of them out of all the cards are sea serpents, which is weird because even though fish has more monsters by like nearly 50 cards, I can think of a sea serpent straight away. Mermail archetype. Number 23 is worm type with 63 cards, making up another 0.9%. This one's quite easy as well. Worm archetype. Number 24 is divine beast. There are only 14 cards, which make up 0.2% of the entire card game, which is of course the Egyptian god cards. That one's quite easy. We also have the final one, number 25, which is the creator god type. There's only one of this card and it makes up 0.01%, and that is Horakathi, the creator god of light, or Horaktile or something like that. That kind of makes sense that there'd only be one of that archetype. So yeah, creator god and divine beast we can kind of forgive because they're supposed to be exclusive. However, excluding those two, in a world of justs and equalness, the demographic percentage of each type should be around 4.3%, meaning that each type should have 4.3% of the amount of monsters in the entire game. This is what a fair and just pie chart would look like if we take out Divine Beast and Creator God. And this is what it actually looks like. You can definitely see some favoritism there. So because Machine and Warrior make up 25%, they are actually filling up what should have been 6 types altogether. That is just insane. So yeah, I just thought I'd relay that information to all of you guys because I thought it was quite surprising, the differences between the most popular to the least popular. If we take Worm, for example, that only has 63 cards that are monsters in the Worm type. And then you go to something like Warrior, which has 956. That's 900 more cards than the Worm type has. Then again, I guess Worm isn't the newest type, but the fact that the Worm is so low, what's a better example? Sea Serpent. Sea Serpent's been around since like the very beginning. That has 66 monsters. That's just as bad. So yeah, there's definitely some favoritism in the types of monsters in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. What do you think is a type of monster that's been done dirty by the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game? What would you like to see more of? I hope you've all enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. And you know what? Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.